Look at how cute me and Dustin look in this picture. Trey, do you see how cute we are? Look how cute we are.
Yeah.
Trey, you and me should do something like that. I went to dinner last night with Dustin and my friend Maria and his wife Deb, and I was trying to get Dustin to feed me ice cream during it, but he just wasn't there. I don't know who this is. Who wait, hold on. We have more people that follow us now. We're doing a good job, Trey. I don't know what look.
Oh,
Much
sweet.
love, Jeremy. Six Gnostic. I hope that has something to do with Gnosticism. And I love you too, whoever you are. Love you. Come and watch our amazing, ridiculous show that we do on Fridays and do live. And we have a lot of cool store and stuff for you guys. I'm really excited. But if you're brand new to the show, my name is Jeremy. This is my co-host, Creator Trey. This is Mercury, your home for podcasting and other pop culture news. And I'm really, really excited about the show today. But before we get into pleasantries, where's my where happened to my I had a coaster. Oh, there it is. My Dunkin' Donuts drips all over the place. It gets crazy in here. So I got to have a coaster. But before we get started, Age of Radio Mercury is brought to you by Age of Radio, your home for the podcast network for everybody. So if you guys don't know, we are a podcast network. We have over 100 shows. We also have the hit show CJV podcast. I don't know what CJV's podcast is called anymore. Is it the CJV podcast? I think that's what we're calling it.
The CJV podcast.
The CJV podcast. We also have great shows like Quantum Nomad, Spiritual Naturopathy, The Healthy Grocer, Homeostasis, My Amazing Show, Age of Jeremy, The Amazing Show, Math's Virgin. We also have Trey's butt in the shot. Looking good, Trey. Bend that bad boy over, buddy. And Maker's Remarks by Trey. So head on over to ageofradio.com and find your next favorite show. If you have a podcast, reach out to us at support@ageofradio.com. I've been having all kinds of technical issues today, Trey. Did you know Verizon was out all day yesterday? Do you have Verizon?
I don't have Verizon. I did hear something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Verizon's also a crap show. So apparently when you're a giant conglomerate, you can be a shit show. And if you're a small-time show like us, you can also be a shit show. So I'm really excited about all of the crap that happens. But we actually started nearly on time today. But head on over to ageofradio.com. Check out everything. You should be able to watch Mercury on here. If you're aware, we had to change where Mercury's at. Mercury's on its own YouTube channel at Mercury by Age of Radio. So go check that out. Follow me at Age of Jeremy. You can also check out some cool stuff there. I'm going to zoom myself out here. Not in. Hold on. My head's getting cut off because the camera fell because I can't find an Allen wrench. All right, Trey. Well, how are you doing today, sir? How's your week been? What have you been up to? You've been doing some fun creator stuff?
Some stuff, not a lot. Did a lot of outreach on Monday, and then my productivity kind of fell off of a cliff.
Why? What happened?
What's that?
What happened to your productivity? Why did it fall off a cliff?
I don't know. Maybe
you got it. It's hard, dude. Being consistent and productive all the time is a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. I do it. It's horrible. I'm always tired. Look at the bags under my eyes.
I think I got to get more organized, honestly. Because as soon as the task gets a little bit overly separate, like there are layers between me and what I want to do, it's like slipping through the mud.
Yeah, organization's hard. That's why I have like 9,000 calendars, try to have 4 assistants. I have you, Bree's doing stuff for me now because I don't have time to do anything. So, I mean, organization's the key. What do you like? Do you use your do you do blocked time or like, do you have a task list? I know you have Notion and we have Craft. What do we have? Craft documents for this?
Yeah. Craft. And that's actually funny. Notion is useful, not pretty. Craft is pretty, but just a little bit less useful.
Yeah. I have to one of the things that I have had to do, and I worked in corporate for a long time, but I always literally block things off. Like, Trey, I'm never going to be able to write an article for you until on my calendar at a specific time, there's a block that says, or write blog, I guess, write blog with Trey. But I did get my free ride in today.
Your free ride?
My free write. It's like a non-computer typewriter thing, Nima Bobber.
Nice.
So instead of actually writing the blog for you, I spent $500 on something I still probably won't use and still not write the blog for you on. Yay, applause. All right, oh, look, Trey, Chuck and Bree are here. You want to bring them in and see what happens?
Sure, that's fine with me.
It's going to be I'm sure this shit show is going to keep going on. Hey, what's up? Are you guys laughing?
Yeah, we're ready for the shit show. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's a shit show. It's always a shit show on this show. Here, look, there's an applause. I found an applause button.
Nice.
Here we go.
I heard it.
Yeah.
How you gonna do one that just says amazing?
What? Yeah, I know. We have this. It's amazing that you guys are on the show today.
Amazing.
Thank you for having us.
Yay.
You're welcome. We're going to talk about stuff. Yeah. All right. So, before we go over to you guys, oh, you know what? You guys might. I don't know if we're getting an echo. Both of you talk real quick.
No.
You're probably getting an echo.
You're probably getting an echo.
No, it's not bad. It wasn't. I don't hear it anymore. I'm sure there's all kinds of technical difficulties. But anyway, before we go over to you guys, Trey, anything else happening? Because I just started talking to you about organizational skills and then stopped talking. And then you stopped talking because I just kept talking.
Unfortunately, my dog isn't doing very well. The one that I've had for a couple years now. So that's the only thing that's kind of a bummer, which is why I'm really happy to be here, where I can hang out with you guys and have some laughs.
You can
and talk about
hang out here and make us sad because of the problems that your dog's having. I see what you did there. I'm sorry to hear that, Trey. That's hard. So is he sick or what's going on?
Just old. He's gotten
what I did with my mom when she got old. I stopped hanging out with her. I'm just kidding. So he's just aging? Is that all that it is?
He's old and he's got like I don't know what all it is. We haven't taken him to the vet yet. He's apparently been having a hard time walking.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trey. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. Like help walk him. It'd be a far drive and flying. But anyways, I'm sorry to hear that, Trey. All right. Anything else going on you want to add before I kick it over to Chuck and Bree and see how their lives going? Nope, and we can see half of Chuck's face in the view. There we go. Look at that. That's gonna be so. I'm gonna set you guys up after this. Sorry, I didn't talk to you guys and forgot about. I didn't forget about it. I just forgot that we mentioned that we would talk about it to make sure that you guys were set up for it. But how are you guys doing? Chuck, you just woke up, so that's exciting.
I kind of just woke up. The dogs woke me up a couple hours ago by jumping all over my body.
Good.
While I was asleep. Like one of them stepped on my crotch. It was fun. Yeah.
Better than me stepping on your crotch.
Wake up. What?
I said it's better than me stepping on your crotch.
Or me, for that matter, right?
Yeah.
Debatable. I mean, depends on what mood I'm in.
Depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah, if I'm asleep, maybe not. If I'm awake and it's consensual, we got something going on.
Bree, how was your? You went to the dog park with? I'm assuming. Wait, hold on. How did the dog step on his crotch if you were at the dog park?
She went to the park so I could get some more sleep.
Oh, okay, that's what happened. So the dogs woke you up, and then you took the dogs to the dog park. How does is Pepper's the one that doesn't do good with the dogs or Pepper does do good with dogs?
Yeah, they both. We weren't sure about Pepper. She was very fearful of other dogs, but I think that was just her being a stray and what have you. So yeah, no, she does great now. She gets real excited, cries the whole time. Sounds terrible, but she's so excited when she's there.
So Ghost gets along with the dogs, but then does Ghost bark at people then?
No, not really. I mean, he's so preoccupied with the other dogs at the dog park that he doesn't even really acknowledge the people. And as long as they're not trying to pet him or try to do things with him, then he's fine. He just runs around and ignores everybody.
Yeah. Makes sense. That's how I am. I understand. That's how Chuck is. All right, guys. Well, speaking of dogs, we were going to talk about AI slop. And I made something with my dogs, and I think this HDMI cord's not.
Speaking of AI slop and dogs, there was this video I saw one time of this really weird, uncanny dog doing this weird dancing shit, and it was very creepy. It looked like a. I should probably watch. I am the Foul-Mouthed Heathen, so I got to be careful.
That's fine. I say that I'm not going to swear, and then I swear.
Yeah, I know you say it all the time, but no, it was weird. It looked like a what are they skinwalker.
That is creepy.
From Native American lore.
Yeah, this does not look like a skinwalker. So what I did was I put a prompt into Sora and I put a picture of Bane because I couldn't remember what Trey said that I had to do to make Bane a thing inside of Sora. And so I need to talk to him about that because I said, use this picture. And then I made this really long prompt of me and Bane practicing martial arts in Japan. And what spit out was this specifically. Are you ready? Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of Joey's comment. I don't know why. Hey, Joey, how's it going? You should be on the show, but you're not because kids, I guess. All right, here we go. First AI slop of the day. And that's all that it was. It did. It made me and a dog bit.
Which one of those is supposed to be you?
The dog. I don't know. Guy kind of. There's a hint.
A hint, like a half brother.
Yeah, like this could be my half third cousin brother that's skinnier and has a sharper jawline and not 4 chins. Like here, watch it again. Hold on, let's replay it. It's so slow. It's
24.
Kind of my face, not really. It's like me, Japanese Mexican.
It's like it could be your son.
Correct. Oh yeah, that could be my son. That's what it is. It could be my son.
There's some resemblance there, but not quite.
All right. So for the prompt for this, though, I actually use ChatGPT to make me a prompt for this. Somehow it didn't pick up Bane. So Trey, why didn't it pick up Bane? Explain the problem. I put in a picture of Bane. That's not Bane. Never seen that dog before in my life.
I did. I seen it.
So
in my
you
life,
just stole it for AI purposes, and then what? Did you just give it back to the shelter? Like what happened?
Right. Anyways, Trey, what do you think? Why didn't it pick up Bane?
So I found kind of diminishing returns for when it comes to ChatGPT's prompts. It might have been that it like overspecified, and so that the Sora wasn't sure whether to follow the photo or the prompt. That's one of the possibilities.
Okay. All right, Trey. So tell me about I want to go your one with the video game. What was the prompt that you did for the video game one?
So there's this content creator called Green Skull, and he has an AI channel. And one of the things that happened when he was just randomly talking to AI was this thing that was a game console called Glubo, or not a game. It was a thing called Glubo, and it's like okay. And then Glubo kind of became a recurring skit. One of those things was a games console, and I was like, I'm going to draw a games console. And so I took that drawing that I made years ago, or last year, 2 years ago, and I upscaled it using ChatGPT, and I told it to make a commercial of it, and that's about it.
All right, so you took a picture of a game console that you drew, put that in here to make a skit of it, and it actually looks like the game console that you drew.
Yes.
So, but mine couldn't get fucking Bane right in my picture of Bane. Is that what we're saying here? All right, let's see. Hold on, let's see what this one is. Okay, so this is all AI from Sora. Oh, hold on. I don't
Super clear screen.
Oh my god, hold on.
Glubo. The pocket-sized console that's big on fun. Bright buttons, a super clear screen, and games that pop with color. Play anywhere, anytime. Glubo handheld fun.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it too.
So this brings a good point, though. Yeah, see,
I'd stuff it.
That's
I'd
what I'm
stuff
saying.
it in your
So to
stocking.
Chuck and Bree's point, we'll start there. We'll start there. So do you think that this could be like, do you think toy companies could just use AI to make ads and they would work? Because I mean, that's a pretty good, like, those look like people. There's that black kid.
Well, so ads are for toys are typically, geared towards children. So I think as long as whatever you're making,
Glubo, the pocket-sized console that's big on.
Whatever you're making, as long as it's bright and colorful and attracts children's attention, it doesn't matter whether it's AI or not. They're not going to care. As long as it looks cool and it gets their attention, which AI is probably going to do a better job of, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Trey, this one actually came out pretty good.
It did.
Yeah.
How did you think of the prompt yourself, or did you use AI to make the prompt?
I literally, this was the simplest prompt. It was literally create a commercial of the game console in the photo, and I used the advertisement because you can set styles. I used the advertisement style, and that's about it.
Oh, how do you set styles in it? I have not played around with Sora in any way whatsoever to do anything beneficial.
So if you tap on next to the cameo label, there's one that says styles. You tap on that, and it has a bunch of styles that you can scroll through.
Fantastic. All right, so this next one is me and Trey running through bubbles. I'm really excited about this one. That's literally what the prompt was. I added Trey.
I just thought of Michael Jackson's Monkey, and I'm like, how are you running through that?
Actually, I think the prompt was more like foam related. And anybody who's out there, yeah, foam. If you have Slop AI or AI Slop, send it to us at support@ageofradio.com.
We'll make fun of it
right now, and then we'll make fun of it and we'll shout you out on the show. But you have to send us the slop. This next one, so this is just me and Trey.
That's the tag right there. Send us the slop.
Send us the slop, and that's what you should put. Slop for sale. No, I guess we're not buying it. I don't know. Okay, this one's weird. It's really weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's not as weird as the original one I made, but this one's pretty weird. Because we don't hold on, look at Trey in this one.
There's a woman.
I know. Trey's a woman in this one. Look at her butt. Look at Trey's ass in this video. Look at those hips. What has happened in this?
Got a fine figure there, Trey.
Yeah, you look really good here.
Look at that silhouette.
Look at that silhouette right there. The light hitting off my fat, bouncing on your thighs. It's crazy. All right, hold on, we'll watch it again. I guess it was public.
It does kind of look like you, though, Jeremy.
What, Chuck?
I said that does kind of look like you, though.
Yeah, this one does kind of look like me. I look like I have your teeth.
Than the
teeth
karate
right
dog.
It definitely looks like a female version of Trey, though. Definitely.
Yeah, it is 100% a female version of Trey, hands down.
That's so weird. I've actually kind of stopped using the cameos.
Oh no! Now Trey's got a new fantasy.
Trey,
I'm sorry,
we should try to see if we could get you making out with girl version of you.
Oh.
If we could get another video and we can make you making out with cameo version of you. Like that time Homer was making out with Homer in that one dream that he had. You guys remember that Simpsons episode?
I'd make out with me.
What?
I said I'd make out with me.
That's what I'm saying. Most people probably. But this would be literally female version of Trey. We should try this one. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Trey, which one do you want me to do? You want me to do? We have to move on with time because we haven't talked about one article and this is supposed to be a news show. All we've talked about is dogs.
AI slop.
AI slop and dogs. All right. So which one do you want me to do? The boxing or the one with the people? I think they're doing a political uprising.
The boxing has something to do with one of the articles today.
Okay. All right. We'll do boxing. Okay. So what's the lead into this? And I'll play it without sound, or I'll get it up on the stage.
So I think there are 3 players in the
Wait, Trey, is this a prediction?
No, it's not a prediction.
Oh, okay. Then I won't hit the prediction time GIF.
I do have one of those when we get to that article, though.
Okay.
I think there are 3 kind of different companies that are going for the creative space right now. That's Canva through their thing Affinity, and then there's Adobe, and then there's Apple. The white robot is Apple, the red robot is Adobe, and the green one is Affinity.
Seems very biased of you to make the most angelic one and the most pure one being Apple.
What's their brand color?
Oh, I guess that's true. I'll buy that story. Okay, so Apple's beating up the other ones is what my guess is in this.
All I said was it for them to be boxing.
And hold on real quick. Did William say F? Did William say F tomatoes? Or is that supposed to be an apple?
It's Apple.
Okay,
It's
F Apple. Yeah, well, I'd imagine that Gen Xer over there would be that way.
I agree.
Hey, Bree, you do PC, right?
I am definitely an Asus AMD girl. So
okay, so you're not an Apple fan.
Nope.
Chuck, do you what do you use at work? PC probably?
now PC. I started out. They gave me a MacBook years
Yeah.
ago, and it stopped updating. So they're like, "Here, have an HP," and I'm like, "I don't care.
Whatever you give me is gonna.
I'll use it." But
All right, well,
personally, I prefer a PC because iPhones and Apple are just obnoxious when it comes to like transferring files and like saving stuff onto a different format.
And I think most serious gamers would tell you that a PC over an Apple simply for upgradability, the ability to take it and do what you want with it, versus Apple's being so specific. So
see, and here's my thing on that. I agree, I concur and have had that thought before we watch Apple beat everybody up in this and then talk about why Apple's beating everybody up in this. But my point, or what I was going to say, is I agree with that. But the more that I hang out with Trey, he usually has answers to all these Apple Mac problems. And I think I think it might just be us being older millennials that have what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, because Dustin's the same way. Josh is
bias.
Yeah, I think we might have a bias about it. I'm
not
not
100% I used were Macintosh. My grandma was a computer teacher at an elementary school or a grade school or middle school.
Someone's grandma that knows about something.
But so I used to use a Macintosh in the 80s, but like I don't know. I think there's like an elitism to iPhones and Apple products where if like I don't know.
I see Trey over there just.
All right, we're gonna watch Apple beat everybody up, and of course, who wouldn't like?
But that's beside the point. Aside from Jeremy's affinity for Chinese slave labor,
I'm a fan of slave labor in general. Has nothing to do with racism. Has nothing to do with race. It's obviously bad, but when you can get by people for help, I mean, isn't that all regular labor is? Minus the fact that they can go off and do stuff when they're not working for you. All right, we're not going to get into that. All right, we're going to watch Apple and their slave labor beat up Adobe and their slave labor in this video. Oh, I don't have the sound on anymore. And of course you had it. Apple was kicking everybody's ass.
And they're off. White steps in. Green swing. Miss. Counter from White. Clean connection. Red drives forward. Ducked under. Oh, Green takes the hit instead. White with precision combos. Red hard.
Who's that other guy?
Green winding up. Big hook. Block. Uppercut.
Who's that other guy
right off the deck. White lasers in. 3-piece to the jaw.
Wait, who's the other? Why is this second green guy beating up the other?
And they're off. White steps in. Green swing. Miss. Counter from White. Clean connection. Red drives forward. Ducked under. Oh, Green takes the hit instead. White with precision combos. Red hardly budges. Green winding up. Big hook. Block. Uppercut lifts the scrappy bot right off the deck. White lasers in. 3-piece to the jaw.
Okay, Trey.
Maybe it's indicative of the company like tearing itself up or something. Maybe it's internally imploding.
Maybe.
Green guys.
Who's supposed to be the other green guy?
There's so my literal prompt was I didn't say it tell it to have one company winning. I didn't tell it to have one company losing. It was literally just robots in an arena.
Apple obviously won in that situation. I don't believe that for one freaking minute.
I don't know. Because the red guy was still just standing there, just like, you're not hurting me, dude.
Yeah, like Adobe is. It wasn't Adobe Red?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, so you're saying he wasn't beating, because that's because Adobe's so powerful in the space.
The commentary there is that Apple thinks it's winning and that it's on top, but all it's doing is just swatting around like a little gnat hitting you in the face. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. You think you're beating us, or it's just AI slop.
All right. Well, I have to.
AI slop.
Yeah, or it's just AI slop. All right, send us your AI slop to support@ageofradio.com or mercury@ageofradio.com, but I don't think Dustin has that linked anywhere, so we may not see it. So probably support. And if you guys don't know who Dustin is, that's Dustin and his banana.
Where did you get that banana?
That guy. Look at that banana. That's a very slender peak banana.
Yeah.
We got lots of fun stuff coming for Dustin in the new year, starting at the Renaissance Fair. So again, January 31st, before we go into this, we're going to be at Tempe FanCon. Chuck, you're going to be there? I know Bree's going to be there.
Sure.
All right, you're just not going to sleep. And then the next day, we're going to Renaissance Fair to film on-demand stuff. We're going to try to get bad things to happen to Dustin. So if you're in Arizona and you want to come to the Renaissance Fair and record horrible things happening to Dustin, come and hang out with us. We'll be there. Myself, Jinx, Matt, who you don't know, Maybe
one
bring in
guy with
Chuck because I haven't
two-
talked to them about it yet. It's a great time. All right, this is all the big rave. This is the biggest thing that's come out this week. Trey's really excited about it. Here's a video, and then we'll talk about it, about Apple's new Creator Studio to go up against Adobe and Canva. All right, Trey, the floor is yours, my friend. What is this? What's going on? What's happening? What is this that this is? And why are you so ecstatic about it? And why are Adobe and Canva scared?
Okay, so this is something I'm so flippin' excited about. As soon as this comes out, I'm going to be rushing to download the applications that I can try out. And to get onto this plan, it is all of Apple's creative tools. That is including Pages, Numbers, Slides, and Freeform. All of those iWork things. And you get an AI help for that stuff, but you also get new versions of Final Cut Pro, Pixelmator Pro on iPad, which I am ridiculously excited about, and you get access to all of this software for not $60 or $70, but for $12.99 a month or $130 a year, and for students, it's $2.99 a month or $30 a year. This is such good value.
Okay, so to put that in comparison, for non-business related Adobe Creator Pro, or what is this called? Creative Suite. It's I think it's $80 or something like that, or $50 a person for it. So, and then business I think is $80 a person or something ridiculous. So cost wise, it's a lot better. What is Affinity cost, Trey?
Affinity is actually free, but it doesn't cover most of the other vectors that this covers. And
Go ahead, Trey.
I'm going to try and bring up a thing. What are you guys' thoughts real quick, and then I have a prediction.
Okay, well, first thoughts. I have a few things before, but I mean, what do you guys use any creative suite, Bree or Chuck, on anything as of right now? Because I mean, you don't. Just stuff that you guys make. Like, how do you guys make your stuff for Kyler and Kira? Do you just do that on like what software, or do you just have images made, or what?
So very recently, actually, with Kyler and Kira just doing our logo and things like that, I've recently started getting into those things. And what I do know is I don't like Adobe.
I miss Illustrator. I was so good with Illustrator.
So I'm definitely curious. One of the things I would think maybe that would be a pro is I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you can use Adobe on Apple or PC. So is that going to be the same with this Creator Studio, or does somebody like me have to go buy an Apple to be able to use this?
You
it's
have
a great
to have
question.
A Mac or an iPad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So then I can't use it as somebody. So that would be an advantage for Adobe then, right? On that note.
Yeah, but also too on that note. So Bree, you said you don't like Adobe?
I don't. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of their, honestly, it's more of the back end of it, like their customer service and their billing processes.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that at all. I've been having a hard time even just getting rid of their services. So
That's true. It is very difficult.
like
I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Adobe. The problem with Adobe, except for their Creator Express or whatever they're calling it, is that it's really cumbersome because it's all written in C. So I don't know, the user ability of it is so robust, and you have to really know how to use it, and it's a pain in the ass in that regard, in my opinion. But it is some of my favorite software. But to that point, Trey, I mean, this has Final Cut Pro. So go through these with me. Final Cut Pro is for their video editing, right?
Yeah.
What's Logic Pro?
Logic Pro is for professional music making.
Okay. Which Adobe only has Audition, which isn't for professional music making. It's just for better audio. So it doesn't even have that. What the hell is Pixelmator Pro? Never even fucking heard of it until you just said it right now and that you're excited for it.
It's a graphic suite. You miss Bree. You miss Illustrator. Or no, that was Chuck. I'm sorry. You miss Illustrator.
Yeah.
Pixelmator is Illustrator, a vector tool, and a photo editor all in one.
Okay, so it's like combining Photoshop and Illustrator.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how they make up for that. And then Keynote's obviously Keynote's PowerPoint, Pages is Word, Numbers is Excel, which has nothing to do with Adobe. And then, but one of the things that it said you can do prompts. So the AI is built into these, and you can prompt stuff, and it'll create the stuff based off of prompts.
That's correct.
Got it. So that's a benefit, which Microsoft Suite has that. Adobe is getting to it. Adobe's AI is really good, but I don't know if it's built into everything to do it exactly like that. Maybe into their Express. But I think this is going to be beneficial for people that use Apple, and I think this is a much stronger pathway for Apple to compete with Adobe and Affinity in this space.
What do you want me to do?
Yep.
What happened?
What?
Nothing. I can mute you. Boop. I can unmute you. Okay. Trey, prediction.
Okay.
And we'll move on to everybody losing their jobs.
Right. So prediction time. That's not the right one.
I got it right here. I hit it.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm not super happy with Affinity lately. I was really excited back in November when they released their Affinity.
He was really excited 2 months ago.
So I'm gonna guess their original projections were that the Affinity iPad app wasn't gonna be released for another until the later half of this year. I'm gonna give it 3 months now because they're going to have to respond to this.
But isn't that the reason why you're mad at Affinity is because it's not on Apple anything? It doesn't have an iPad
It's on
app?
It's on Mac. It's just not on iPad.
Okay, got it. Okay. Fair enough. So that's your prediction is Affinity is going to rush to do that? What's the prediction?
Yeah, Affinity is going to rush to get their software out on iPad now.
Got it. Okay, so that's the prediction. So when do you predict that's going to happen? I'm going to write it down on a sticky note that I'm going to lose.
Within 3 months is my prediction.
Oh no, my internet's going. Bye, internet. And now we lag. And now we're back. Look at that. Got to put that satellite on the roof. It's going to be amazing. All right. A volunteer 5 apparently wasn't enough to get the job done. And so now Ubisoft is going back to the old-fashioned way of doing things by simply just laying people off. Earlier this week, a couple days ago, Ubisoft informed all employees in their Swedish studios, Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft Stockholm, about a proposed organizational restructure that may affect roughly 55 roles across Malmö and Stockholm, Ubisoft told IGN. This restructure follows the completion of the voluntary leave program launched during the fall of 2025. So if you guys don't watch the show, back in 2025, Ubisoft gave people the option to actually leave. And as me and Trey predicted, hold on, this is like a prediction. We need a GIF for prediction follow-up. Me and Trey predicted that this would eventually not work because they were still going to have to end up cutting expenses and laying people off. And it looks like this is the beginning of that. So me and Trey were right. This, again, restructures the completion of the voluntary leave program, a finalized long-term roadmap, and a completion, staffing, and appointment process, which together have provided clear visibility into the structure and capacity required to support the two studios' work and sustainability over time. And here's my further prediction without hitting the GIF because the internet's all buggy, is that I don't think I feel over the next 5 years, Ubisoft's either going to be bought out by a private equity firm or they're going to be sold to another publicly traded company. I don't think Ubisoft has the management and leadership to get through getting it to what it used to be because I think they're all over the place in how they're doing stuff. We're going to start, Trey, you know more a little bit about the story. We'll start with Trey, and then we'll hear some thoughts from Bree and Chuck. Trey?
I'm going to start out with a bit of a hot take here. Um,
I don't have a GIF for that. We'll just do amazing.
No. Fair enough. If you have a company that has too many workers, don't lay them off. Build more flippin' projects. Branch them out into even stuff that's tiny, won't cost that much more, and do that, and that will bring in more revenue than having to cut these people off, because this is horrible. 2 weeks into the year and they're flipping cutting people. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you should wait till we hear about Meta and all the people they're cutting. They're closing 3
I
fucking
know.
studios. All right.
Just wait till you hear
Chuck
what
Bree-
happened to Detroit in the 70s.
What, Chuck?
I said, just wait until you hear what happened to Detroit in the 70s.
Oh my gosh, I know. That's where we're headed. At this rate.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
mean,
guys
as far as
play any Ubisoft games? Like
as far as my thoughts go, like
what were the Ubisoft? So Far Cry,
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed
Hold on,
looks
I'm
cool,
back.
but
Internet's garbage.
your internet was made by AI slop.
The wiring was 3D printed.
Yeah.
Are you still there, Jeremy?
He just likes to look like that. He just stands very still as often as possible.
He is there. It's just he's not talking.
Now I can't tell.
Right? Well,
Oh boy. Okay, so anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as that goes, I was going to say my thoughts on that. At Creators Outlet here in the comments said that he has a prediction that about 1 million people will lose their jobs to AI, 100 million people, and maybe a little bit many, but I don't think that's a far stretch. I think the more that the AI comes into play, there's going to be a lot more of these layoffs of creators, just people coming up with things because AI is going to replace them.
One thing that I was just reading about as far as like tech layoffs go is that apparently there was like some 2018 tax code change that caused or like, so before you could use like the tax break in one like fiscal year, and now they have to break it up across like either like up to 10 to 15 years where they can like bill for these taxes. I'm not a tax genius, so I could whatever, but so like they're trying to like put some of the blame of the tech layoffs on the tax code, but that's just US tax code. That's not an international tax code. And Ubisoft, like you're saying, this is in Stockholm. I don't really know how. I mean, I guess it's a global economy for some, like
gaming is definitely a global economy. I mean,
the United States isn't the entirety of the world, so our tax code shouldn't have affected it that much. I think a lot of it does, like they have to do with like this AI, like generative things that like they think that they're doing themselves a favor, but they're just like shooting themselves in the foot in the long run, I think, because like the creatives who can put this stuff together and actually, make a product that people are going to want, they're letting go. So it's like I don't.
Sorry, I'm going to push back a little bit on this because these layoffs have been happening ever since 2020. I don't think this is an AI. Like AI probably does have something to do with it, but I don't think that this is specific to AI right now because this has been going on for years, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think AI is exasperating it.
Exacerbating?
Yeah, I could see that.
Exasperating or masturbating, one of those two words.
That's the one.
Jeremy, I swear.
All right. Yeah, that's the one. All right, I think I'm still on a lag here, guys. I'll get a new satellite put on this roof here soon. Something will happen. Something will happen in the coming weeks to make our show run smoother. I'm assuming it's my internet, and I'm a cock. You bastards!
You're what now?
Yeah, it's definitely your internet because Trey and Chuck and I are able to sit here and conversate like normal. So it's definitely something on your end there, Jer.
Good. You just eerie, right?
You're breaking up, man, pretty hard.
All right, am I back or no?
You're back.
Your voice is,
Vocally,
your face is not.
which is fortunate. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I saw blinking.
My face isn't not. It's not moving like this. It's not shaking.
Oh,
There
now
it
it is.
Now
There
you
you
caught
are.
up.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Layoffs.
This is the most ridiculous freaking thing ever. Okay, so what I was going to say was a lot of this has to do with also bloat, because Ubisoft got really, really big in the beginning before 2020. Then they made a lot of different types of changes. The way that they released their game schedules came out. And so they were releasing a lot faster games, and they probably didn't downsize in relation to how much bloat that they were getting and having these studios all over the world. And so my guess is now they're in a position where they're not making enough games, to Trey's point, because people aren't going, they're not separating the positions better or making more games. And they're just going to start consolidating all of their expenses, which is going to lead to then them laying off all these people during this restructuring. All right, guys, any final thoughts on that before we go into some other podcasting news?
Well, and I get to what Trey's point was about it going on for like longer, like around 2020. But I think that now, seeing as how they can use AI as a tool to mitigate some of the positions that they currently have that they're getting rid of, again, I think that's probably from what I see. I mean, my own company where I work is trying to get me to use AI more often and asking me like my end of year review, like, how did you utilize AI this year? And like, I freaking didn't really, other than what you told me to do. So it's like, it's frustrating, but it's something that we kind of gotta have to embrace and deal with as you know things continue. But I don't know. I'm also just kind of I don't know what I'm talking about.
Anti-AI. You know what you're talking about. Talking about real world experiences, how your company, which we won't say live on here, is forcing you to use artificial intelligence. And Trey, William, your best friend, says that you've been programmed by Apple. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I know. Oh, I saw
I
that.
know, William. I like Apple. I don't have anything. All right.
Notice you didn't highlight that comment. Yeah.
I just wanted to highlight. I'm surprised the Gen Xers even heard of Canva. So we'll just highlight that one. And luckily, for some reason, I thought Bree was a couple years older. So now I'm proud that you're a millennial. So I'm good.
Yeah, we're like Zennials or something like that. We're like right there.
Something weird.
That's fine. Yeah.
My prediction is about and then William hates AI also, but William hates everything. All right, so moving into CNN and Limonada. A new streaming partnership between CNN and Limonada Media will bring video versions of some of Limonada's biggest podcasts to CNN's new streaming offering starting January 14th. Featuring a diverse slate of video podcasts from acclaimed voices, including Hassan Minhaj, I'm probably saying all their names wrong, Mandy, I'm just going to say their first names, and Catherine, and Steve, and Dan, and Gretchen, and Lori. The new collaboration with the fast-growing and creator-driven Limonada Media builds on the network's continued streaming and continued investment in premium storytelling designed for streaming audiences. The rapid growth of video podcasts underscores the appetite for smart, personality-driven notification content, an area where CNN has long been a leader, said Amy, Executive Vice President of Talent, CNN Originals and Creative Development for CNN Worldwide. So Limonada's video podcast, and that's where we're going to start our conversation with Bree and Chuck in 1 second. Limonada video podcasts are now going to come to CNN streaming offering. And I guess my question is, Chuck and Bree, to start this off, how would you define something as a video podcast?
Well, that would be a podcast that is filmed.
That what?
A podcast that is filmed, as opposed to just audio.
But what's a fucking podcast?
I honestly, it's just a radio program that you record in advance and send out to whoever wants to listen to it.
But you can't do that. But you can't do that with the video. Like, that's the biggest argument of all time. We can record a radio station. We can put it on an RSS feed. And wherever that RSS feed distributes it, you can listen to it. You can't do that with video. So to me, it's like everybody's changing the definition of podcast to just fucking people sitting around talking to each other with a microphone.
That's exactly what's happening.
That's a talk show.
All words are made up. So we can use them however we want.
All right, Bree, what do you think is a video podcast?
I don't think
I don't give a
I
shit.
don't think that's a
Bree.
thing.
That's
I
Bree.
don't think it's a thing.
It's just an internet show.
It's made up.
It's made up. It's an internet
it's a
show.
recorded internet show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, William, I'm gonna get fucking Starlink. I have one. You know what's weird about Starlink, real quick, to go on a side tangent before we go over to Trey on the video podcasting tangent? Is Chuck, did you and Bree, and Trey, you were there. Did you find it weird for the mobile Starlink unit? We had to fucking plug it in.
Yes.
Yeah, that's freaking weird. I feel like it should run on some type of battery pack or something. That's weird that you have to plug in the mobile one.
That's kind of counterproductive, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I was
have a built-in
thinking.
battery?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know. I guess it runs probably. I don't know. Well, it has some type of. No, because that was the Ryobi that we got that was Sunshard. Anyway, no, never mind. I'm gonna get a Starlink put up on the roof. I'm just gonna run the internet show. I'm gonna pay $160 a month just to run the show off of one Starlink fucking satellite. And at that point, we shouldn't have a problem. Trey, video podcast. What are your thoughts on Limonada and this merger? And do you listen to any Limonada podcasts?
I don't think I listened to any of their podcasts. Podcasts being something that is given on an RSS feed, obviously.
Me and Trey have our own definition. A podcast is any content. Well, maybe not any content, but a recorded content like people talking or a video that can be distributed via RSS feed. That's what our definition is.
Yeah. And I haven't listened to any of this stuff. I think that could be good for CNN, although I think it's a little bit weird because if it's going to be like on a subscription basis and on a cable streaming service, I don't know if it should still be counted as a podcast. At that point, I think it's just a show.
Well, the other thing about this is now CNN just a media company and not a news company, because like now they're mixing in other types of like content shows that may not be news related, and they're pushing them out on a news channel streaming platform that they have.
Yeah.
You gotta diversify.
That was something that I thought was really weird as well.
Good.
I don't know.
Fucking great.
I feel like, what's up?
His internet.
He's frozen again.
He's just a really good ventriloquist.
I mean, obviously, it's interesting because these news channels, they're always going to have some sort of an audience. But, you know, these older ones like CNN and the ones that have been around for a while, it is interesting to see them try to kind of move into a new era for them to take on something new and different and try to grow a little, as opposed to doing the same things over and over again, you know, trying to grow with the times, as they say.
Yeah.
Agreed. Oh no, we lost Jeremy.
Yeah, we'll find
We
it.
lost him.
He couldn't have gone too far.
That's a great question. Creators Outlet said, didn't CNN's streaming service crash and burn the first week it went live? Is that the case? I don't know, Trey.
I actually have no idea on that score.
Interesting.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can pull up. I don't know if Jeremy's stuff is still there, so I'm trying to pull up the news articles. So this is actually an interesting thing. Have you guys heard that streaming services aren't exactly the most... Oh, is he back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, good.
I also there's a port problem with this port thing that I have. I'm thinking that's
right.
And we're losing all of our viewers.
Oh, no.
What did you say there, Trey, though? As far as the
streaming services are notoriously difficult to run, and they usually tend to have like they're negative when it comes to the actual revenue from streaming services, despite their millions of users.
That's wild.
Like stupid Spotify, I hate them. No, Spotify can't make money to save their life from fucking podcasts. That's why they're changing out the distribution, putting it everywhere, doing all kinds of crap. Hate them. Hate them. You know what I do
Creators
like is
outlet.
good sex, though.
Way to build relationships there. I hate you. Now play my stuff.
I'm a connector of people across worlds.
I
is what
heard
I
pork
am.
too. I heard pork too.
Pork problems.
I think you said port.
I said pork problems.
Still heard
Good
pork.
sex. They have a
Still
show
heard
called
pork.
Good Sex. I wonder what it's about. If they literally talk about everyone deserves great sex, but
That's
let's be
true.
real. Not everyone is having great. Get Grandma in here for this one, Trey.
Oh,
Each
no,
week,
no,
you'll
no,
hear two
no.
people ask each other questions that will spark an honest conversation about why they are having good sex and hope. That's what they should put on CNN. They're putting the wrong shows on CNN. That would boost the shit out of CNN numbers.
Yeah.
That's how I would
Whatever.
like to. I would like
I
to.
mean, good sex would boost the numbers of the population, depending
Yeah,
on
that's
if
true.
you're
What they
touching on
should
that.
do
Hey, right
is
wing, let's go.
they should get on every news show on CNN, and as part of it, each of the anchors have to tell a story about good sex right before they go into the news.
Is this what you meant by pork problems?
Yeah, that is what I meant by pork. That's exactly what I meant. All right, we got some more news. Does anybody want to add any more to CNN streaming? I have no idea what you said because I was gone for half the goddamn segment.
No, I think we pretty much got that one squared away.
I mean, honestly, I think for it, it's just any big company that thinks that they can like capitalize on what they seem to think is popular, like a video podcast. Like if you look at like what's his name, that one, Joe Rogan, the Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, which I don't, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's basically it's a podcast, but it's been video, it's been a video, like an internet show for its inception, I think.
See, I'm okay to go along with internet shows. Internet shows, I think, would be considered like a podcast. I think that we could also make that the definition for video podcast internet show. But then, like, if the three of us, like, there's this segment that I want Maria. She's an archer, so I'm gonna find some armor for Dustin, and we're gonna shoot him with arrows. Okay,
William, tell me more.
yeah. So if we did that on the show, is that considered a podcast?
I mean, if it's just audio, that'd be kind of funny because who knows what's going on over there.
We should 100% just do an audio. That would be a great idea. Thanks for thinking of that, Chuck.
Oh, of course. I'm the big brain over here.
We'll have like a rate his armor, guess how good it is by the sound of his cries.
By the sound of how hurt he gets. See, dang, Trey
Terrible.
laughed really hard at that. Trey wants to see Dustin hurt.
No,
What's
no,
the thing is,
no.
if Dustin makes no sound, the armor was terrible.
Right. Yeah, 100%. After 94 episodes and 4 million downloads since launching in 2017, a podcast that I've heard of but never listened to, Simplify, is now independently owned. The podcast was bought by its co-hosts Caitlin Schiller and Ben Schumann-Stoller from its previous owners Blinkist. It is a podcast for anyone who's taken a close look at their habits, their happiness, their relationships, or their health and thought. There's got to be a better way to do this. The show will continue the nonfiction author interviews that established it as a Webby Award nominated show with a loyal following who appreciated the helpful, curious, personal style of their interviews. Only now we get to choose the themes and guests and books without worrying about audience customer overlaps, which I'm excited to hear for this. And I hope that more shows that are, I guess, subject to certain scrutinies have the opportunity to do this, because that's one of the things that I hate about networks being involved with stuff is that you have to like heel to the network, right? Because of advertising. They're the ones that are sponsoring it, whatever the case is. So again, I don't listen to Simplify. Chuck or Bree, have you ever listened to the show?
I have not actually.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's a show about habits. Apparently, I've heard of it.
Oh.
I've never listened to it. Trey, have you listened to it at all?
I have not, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think that's cool though. I think it'll be a good way to see like how they continue to go. I mean, they have 4 million downloads in 1 year. That's impressive. Since launching in 2017, I Actually, I could say that about our network. We've had over 4 million downloads. So everybody that's on there, go and watch and listen to us talk about all kinds of crap. I don't know. On a different note, just for fun to go back for a second, Bree, what would be a pork problem to you?
Not enough of it.
Oh man, I don't know. That's a great question.
Trichinosis.
Having to cook it probably would be a problem.
Do you eat pork, Bree? You eat pork, yeah? No.
Oh yeah, bacon, 100%.
Yeah, didn't we eat pork the other night?
We had pork sandwiches the
Yeah,
other day.
it's like we had pork the other day. Chuck, when was the last time you had pork? Do you eat pork? Is that a Catholic thing?
I'm not Catholic. And no, it's not a good.
I meant Trey. I don't know why I said Chuck because I was looking at you. Trey, do you eat pork? I've seen you eat pork. We ate pork the other night on Monday. Trey, do you eat pork?
Yes, I do eat pork. My grandma's a big fan of bacon. We always have bacon and eggs in the morning. So
Love me
I
some
understand. I love
Nice.
me some bacon. All right, let's go into some more depressing news with more layoffs. Who's ready to talk about more corporate layoffs
Sure.
from
why
the
not?
behemoth Meta, who has more cash than God, just sitting on their balance sheet. Meta has shut down its Twisted Pixel, Sensaru Games, and Armature Studios as part of its massive job cuts to its virtual reality division, Reality Labs. These three studios, which Meta acquired over the last 5 years, has developed VR games from the studio. As reported by Bloomberg, Meta has begun cutting over 1,000 jobs across the Reality Labs division, which oversees the company's VR hardware such as its MetaQuest headset and software. Reality Labs consists of roughly 15,000 employees, meaning about 10% of workers will be impacted. The layoffs began Tuesday with employees from Twisted Pixel, Sansaru, and Armature taking to social media to confirm their respective studio closures. Let's start with Bree on this. What are your thoughts?
More people losing their jobs. Yeah, it's hard. That's really sad. And again, it's probably the people who are. I mean, did it say specifically like what departments? Is it the entire game area that's being shut down, or is it specific departments within the games?
Well, I don't know. This says Twixit. This says that they're shutting down these studios that made VR games for their VR division. And my guess is, and I think I said this wrong earlier, but my guess is they're cutting from the Reality Labs because they're going to be pushing harder into AI. So they're cutting from these. So my guess is that across these three studios is the 1,000 jobs. So I think they're cutting those studios and everybody's losing their job. That's the way that I understand it.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then you're probably exactly right. It's more the AI push away from the virtual reality, which is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about what you're talking about here because I'm an ignorant fool. But the things that I've seen in like personally in certain industries that I've examined is it very possible that Meta purchased these companies, right? What, 5 years ago? Just to and use their technology.
Yes,
that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. The other part of it was I don't think, and if they did, maybe they didn't do well enough explaining it or planning it. But I think what happened was when they made the decision for Meta and they went hard into VR, they wanted to own studios because they thought that more people were going to gravitate towards playing games through virtual reality would be a bigger thing than it actually was. Okay. And then during that time frame, AI took off and everybody realized that that's more of the thing that's going to be the main catalyst for the growth of everything. And so now Meta is trying to catch up with that because Gemini, which just struck a deal with Apple to use Gemini and Siri, has probably the best AI, and then OpenAI and Anthropic. And so I think Meta's trying to cut costs because they're starting to more going into their AI. And I think what they're wanting to do is say, okay, look, we don't need to be the game maker here. there's going to be more people now that are going to be into VR. There's going to be more studios. We can hire them to do the games. Let's cut some of these costs so that we could put more stuff into the AI and integrate that into our VR technology, because I don't have them yet, but like the Meta glasses that I'm trying to get, they have a display like functionality in it, so you can actually be in the glasses and then there's a display and you have a neural band on your hand and you can control, like you can text people from the glasses by just writing on your thigh. Like you can like say, like I can say, hey Meta, text Bree, and then I can write on my thigh the message that I want to send to Bree without actually like texting, and I can see it in a display. So I feel that Meta is trying to merge these two technologies together, which is why they went on such a big spending spree for AI. Like I think some of their AI developers are making like with packages of like $24 million in a year. That is freaking ridiculous. And that's not even a head person in the department. That's just talent. They just went to talent in AI and took people from OpenAI and from Apple and from Google and said, hey, look, come over to our division, come and do the same thing that you're doing, work for us. We'll pay you like 100,000 times more than what you were making in this other department. That's freaking because Meta has so much cash because no one can touch them in the ad space. Because all of their money still comes from advertising. Like Mark Zuckerberg was on a podcast with Hard Forked, and in that interview he literally said he has no plans to make money from their glasses. It's just to get people to use their technology, and then they'll find ways to serve up advertising to people that are more and more integrated in their technology.
That's kind of scary, actually.
It's super scary. It's super scary because we're going to be hit with so much advertising and consumering. Anyway, Trey, what are your thoughts on this?
First off, you just reminded me of Minority Report, so thanks for that.
Great. Go Tom Cruise.
Second, I think so. I'm kind of two minds of this. First off, I really hope that the people that were fired find better jobs, create more indie companies, find something where they can make games and make money and follow their passions. But also, I wasn't a huge fan of Sanzuru Games, because back in the old days, they made some crappy PlayStation ports. And even the Spyro Reignited trilogy, they did the third game on that, and that one, like, they weren't, let's just say, I don't know if it's the developers themselves, but the company itself wasn't the best. So...
You're probably the developers. Maybe they just closed all these studios because they're garbage. And they're like, fuck these studios. These guys are horrible.
I doubt it.
Well, the game changes, but gaming has always chased the next big thing. Back from when they started making game stations, and you had your at-home Ataris, and then the Nintendo, Sega. I mean, there's always the next big thing, and we're just moving on from that now. It's moving on to more of a software with the AI, and yeah, it's just they're trying to stay ahead of the game, as they always have.
You're sitting there struggling with your MIDI disc player while we're over here listening to our MP3s.
Trey just got a brand new MP3 player from his aunt. Didn't you get an iPod? Plays MP3s. Does it have her playlist on it still?
It did.
What were the songs, Trey?
It was all Anya.
That would be awesome if it was. I doubt that for his. I think everybody in that family is a police officer or a nurse.
Oh, that it was all NWA.
A lot of country, a little bit of Bruno Mars, which I thought was kind of crazy. But a lot of country. And unfortunately, I tried to get it so that I could put music on it. And now I can't get it to connect to my computer because it's too old. So I got to figure that out eventually.
Yeah.
Get an older computer.
Yeah, nah.
I think Jeremy froze again.
Yeah, I think we lost him.
Yeah, Jeremy's froze. Have you guys played VR at all?
I played. The only VR that I've ever played was not VR.
Dang it!
Do you remember?
Connection. No. No.
Do you remember Nintendo's Virtual Boy from the early 90s?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
all
know
I.
about it.
That's all I've ever used.
Jeremy's.
It gave me a
Oh,
headache, and I
God.
didn't use it often. My friend had one,
So
but
did you
no,
see
I've not
the?
used VR. One thing I was going to bring up when Jeremy was talking about his meta glasses is like there was like I remember a couple of years ago there was a lot of development in towards like people were like gravitating towards like augmented reality and stuff like that where you can incorporate like that type of headset or whatever where you can visualize the world but also have like another thing that's like layered on top of it of an augmented reality and implement that to gaming. And I don't think I've seen much of that like moving forward since in the past couple of years. Like I think it's gone in a different direction. But that was pretty cool. Like I think that would have been a great line to follow as far as VR goes.
I'm sorry, I lost your thread. Are you talking about augmented reality like goggles, like the Vision Pro?
Sure, I'm not aware of any that exist, but like I know that like a couple of years ago like there was a lot of different like AI or not AI augmented reality type of content that could have been
There were
developed
a
more, but
couple.
I don't think I've seen it being developed as I predicted it would be.
It kind of fell off for a while though, but it's kind of come back to this year based on Meta's glasses, and then there's this one by Creality that was released
Mm.
just a little bit
Hmm.
ago.
Yeah, and Samsung just released their Samsung VR. The problem is that that's like $1,800. It works off of Android XR, and it has the ability for the augmented reality. So does the Meta Quest 3. The problem is Meta's pushed all of the like everything's gone to AI. So no one's like marketing any of the other stuff that they have in some of these other products. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Just like my
Mhm.
port situation and why my internet keeps disconnecting and my port keeps going away. We should get augmented reality to fix that. All right, we have one more article, and then we'll see. We'll go round robin and see what everybody else has going on, or if they have any funny articles. I didn't get a chance to look at any funny articles. It all fell by the wayside. But Trey, do you have a funny article? You should just
I
find one.
don't have a funny
Oh my
article,
God! For the love of
unfortunately.
God, why? All right, so we're gonna go, and I'm only showing this article because I told Trey to get it, and then I lost the original article, and now this is half of the article. But again, we want to give some shout outs to some of the gaming stuff, and Warhammer today did its new year preview for what's going on in Warhammer 40K. Bree, have you ever played Warhammer? Because I know that you play you're playing Dungeons and Dragons every Sunday, and you play Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate, and I think you've played World of Warcraft. So have you ever played Warhammer?
Correct. Yes. That one was definitely popular with some of my friends, so I tried.
Means you have
But
some geeky friends, Bree. I'm not gonna lie.
I have some very geeky friends. It's fine. I mean, I played World of Warcraft for 20 years. How much nerdier does it get than that? You know what I mean?
Warhammer 40K. It makes it much nerdier.
So, but I'm definitely glad to see that they're still producing. I'm excited to see what this game looks like.
Oh, I love Warhammer. If I had more time and more painting skills, they just finally released their version of Dwarves back, the Leagues of Votan or Votan. So this release for the New Year's preview, I don't know enough about the game because I only play it periodically and never get to paint it. So none of this is going to make sense to anybody on here, but we're going to read through it. The Red Corsairs return to raid the Imperium. There is the new Prince Ural and Eldrick Raiders that are being launched as well. Journey into the Maelstrom for exciting missions and custom characters. You can also get whatever the hell that word is, Bone Reapers, Archers, and Chariots. I think what we should do is just randomly play some clips from this hour-long New Year preview released today. Okay, we'll just randomly... Chuck, give me a time
everybody,
slot.
and welcome to this very exciting New Year Warhammer preview.
37
37 minutes or 37 seconds?
minutes.
Okay, 37 seconds was probably already passed. Let's go 37 minutes. And then we'll watch 1 minute and see if we can gather anything from this.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a stupid idea. I'm really excited
You can
about it.
extrapolate so much from it.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be amazing. We're going to get to understand everything.
But he stacks really nicely if you send him in alongside some chariots, because he's got some abilities that let them kind of grind into the enemy
Grinding?
units even after
You
they've
found
charged
the
in and done all their kind of damage and
the
impact hit
one
stuff.
spot
You can
that
keep
says
just doing
grinding.
stacks and stacks and stacks of mortal wounds into enemy units.
Yeah, the idea here, I think, will generally be hammer and anvil strike, right? You use your undying legions to hold the enemy on the anvil and then just smash them away with the hammer of the cavalry units. And,
I think all the stuff coming out for Oceox just gives them loads of
This is
new
the most
options,
nerdy,
because I
pretentious
think
sounding thing
there's
I've ever heard
been
in
a
my
couple of ways to
life.
play Oceox for a little while now, but
Yeah.
now you've got opened up a whole swathe.
Not the next 30
can
minutes,
imagine,
and you two can have this for the low, low
armies that
price
really
of $49,999. Yeah, that's
That's
probably
probably like $200. All right, Bree, give me some minutes. Give me any minute from 0 to 1 minute, 1 hour and 34 minutes.
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Very specific.
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Wonder what prompted that number, babe.
Oh.
We're learning.
Oh, it's educational.
Kieran Blackheart was on his way. We expected there might have been some other Corsair-looking things along with him, but we can now reveal that he is on his way as part of a character box set, not unlike the Titus box set we saw released over recent weeks. And it is a phenomenal set of miniatures, starring, of course, Kieran Blackheart. We've seen this guy before a little bit, but just a reminder for those of you who might not have seen him already.
It's always nice to look at the Tyrant of Adab, the Master of the Red Corsair series, his little demonic helper, the Hammer Dryer, and he's showing what happens when you go on the wrong side of a melter gun.
What happened?
I've got a question.
Yes, Chuck.
How big can a miniature be before it's no longer a miniature?
It's a good question. I'm going to kick it over to Trey. Trey, what do you think of that?
I
don't know, maybe a foot? I think a foot.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a foot and a half, typically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
I like
most of the miniatures are like this. If we go to a foot, yeah, I would have to say a foot.
Okay.
We apparently nerded out we had like 10 people on this, and now we're down to 0. Probably because we started talking about what?
I said I bet Henry Cavill is watching now because he's really into Warhammer.
Really into Warhammer.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trey, real quick before we have, I'm sorry, Chuck, real quick before we have Trey do the next time slot, can you do a British accent and describe this for me?
There is
sound like those guys.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say about it, but I can definitely do a British accent, but I'm not sure what I'm talking about. If you want me to describe this miniature character, it is a little, I'm going to say, beefy dude with...
No, he's not nerdy enough. I'm sorry. You picked the
All
wrong
right.
one.
And
He's nerdy enough because he's doing a pretty good British accent. He's making me as angry as listening to those other guys.
I do what?
Nothing.
Sorry.
Do a Scottish accent now.
What, you want me to say in a Scottish accent? That's just, you tell me to say something in a Scottish accent, but you don't tell me what to say.
I do Irish now.
I can start to, no, I can't do the Irish accent very well.
French.
No.
Bonjour.
Australian.
We son of a bitch. That's my French accent.
Trey, give me minutes and we'll do one more minute slot of this and we'll close out the show.
1 hour, 11 minutes.
Jesus.
111.
Oh, this is a cool one.
Oh, a tank.
Counting things like stuff on Titans that we might have seen in Epic
Yeah,
Scale.
in Tiddly Tiny Scale.
But it is an absolutely enormous tank. It is obviously the Fellblade is the same
No,
chassis.
it's a miniature.
This has, I think, a cooler looking gun, although I know you're a big fan of
So
the
Fellblade is the one for me, but I can't deny the coolness of this. The panning shots that you're getting right now really just show how cool and detailed this model is, right? That camera is so close to the model, and it just looks just crisp and brilliant and exciting.
This one, of course, painted in Iron Warriors colours.
Yes, well,
it also looks equally good in the other 17 available colours.
Yeah, I would think so. Better maybe in the colours of the first, I think. Who am I to judge? It's all like Carronade, if you're wondering. It's just great.
All right, well, I'm done watching Warhammer stuff. If you like Warhammer stuff, go to your nearest Warhammer 40K shop and buy a bunch of crap that you don't need that's going to make you happy. All right, let's close out the show. We'll start with Chuck and Bree. Final thoughts. Where can people find you? Tell me about Kyler and Kira, and tell me about another cool event that you have going on with Kyler and Kira, because I saw something. You guys are doing something, right? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, so we've actually got we do the first Fridays of the Art Walk here in Phoenix. So you can always find us down there. We're usually on 5th Street by Bud's Glass. That's our typical hangout. And then we're doing an event with Fascinations on Valentine's Day weekend. It's a 2-day event in Tempe. So we sell handmade beaded accessories, jewelry, also multi-purpose clips. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. We sell art. This guy here does some pretty good trippy psychedelic art.
Yeah, Chuck, you sold some art at your last First Fridays, didn't
I
you?
sold my cow that was growing out of the ground.
Your cattle?
Cow.
Yeah.
I drew painted. I don't know. I made a cow that was like pink, and it like its udders were like rooted to the ground. It was really weird, but it was cool.
But someone bought it.
Yeah, I sold my.
So you're a
skink that I drew.
professional artist now.
Yeah.
One piece to look for at our First Fridays is going to be this guitar that he's working on painting. That's going to be a nice accessory piece. I don't know if it'll be ready by the February 1st Friday, but definitely by the March 1st Friday, if nothing else.
Yeah.
It'll be real exciting
Coming soon.
to see that come out.
It's a blank canvas, and I want to make sure that I put something that is worth putting on it, because it is a guitar. It's a functioning guitar. It's with the kids or it's an Epiphone. That I've like.
Do they hear my dog? And now they're barking? The dogs have their own podcast. This is amazing. Kylo, get in here. Come and see the other dog. Anyway, all right. So where can people find you guys online? Kyler and Kira, social media. Bree, you have social media. Chuck, you have social media. Where are those things at?
Correct. So you can find us at our Instagram is at Kyler_Kira. You can find Chuck at Foulmouthed Heathen, and then you can find me at Odd Cali Peach. But we're most active on the Kyler and Kira, as well as the Cardboard Astronaut group. So,
all right, Trey, what you have going on? We didn't talk about anything about Age of Radio, so everybody go to ageofradio.com. Follow us on Discord. Trey, what else do you have going on? Do you have a Substack coming out? Do you have podcasts coming out? You want to sell your advertising, your AI company? Tell everybody everything about you.
Okay, so I'm still gathering information on the AI front. I'm thinking about doing a live stream. Guys, follow me just about anywhere at Creator Trey. Substack, I don't know when I'll be getting the next one out. I've kind of been out of inspiration on that one for a bit. Trying to get back into that. But Substack is creatortrey.substack.com. If you guys are interested in joining the Age of Radio Discord, we just had our anime roundtable. That was flippin' fun. And then we put up a new trivia question for the first time in ages, and that one's going to be an interesting one to see what the answers are. And other than that, that's all.
I got the answer right, though, right, Trey?
You did. You did get
fantastic.
The answer
right. So I
right.
beat everybody out there. Y'all suck. All right, Trey, anything else?
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching Mercury, your home for podcasting and pop culture news. My name is Jeremy. That's Pepper. There's Pepper down there. You can follow us at Age of Radioverse on Instagram, Age of Radio on X. You can also follow Mercury on YouTube, the new Mercury channel. So make sure that you follow that. We're building up back our subscriber base for that because we got our other channel shut down. I'm really excited about that. I want to give a special thanks to Kyler and Kira or Chuck and Bree for being on. You guys going to be on next Friday? Dang, we're going to have so many people. Wait till we get Jinx on here. The bandwidth is going to be horrible and nothing's going to happen during that show.
You better get it fixed before then.
Yeah, we have to get a satellite put up. We'll have to order that bad boy, get cable line ran, fix the port. All kinds of stuff will have to happen. Also, guys, I have... What?
We'll have a LAN party.
We'll have a lamb party?
LAN.
LAN.
Euros. Little Euro party. Or gyro or gyro. Just eat some.
That sounds way better. I would rather
that sound
have that.
way better than a LAN party. All right. Again, you can follow my podcast at Age of Jeremy wherever you get your podcast. New episodes will be coming out. Also, if you want more insights into everything that I have going on, you can join my broadcast channel on Instagram. It's Dope Insights and Updates. So go to Instagram, follow me, and then go to my broadcast channel and subscribe. Trey's the admin there, but he never talks in there because I don't make him. And so here we are. With that being said, as I always say, be thankful, grateful, and kind. And we'll talk with you guys soon. And hopefully we'll see you on January 31st at Tempe LibCon in Tempe, Arizona. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.